everybody, it's Penelope Parker, and today I'm doing a story time video. I know, this is totally not the type of video I would do on my channel, but since this whole channel is kind of based off of, self-development and, self-love and learning stuff, I decided that story times are honestly so great because how many times have you done something crazy or insane and learn a lesson from it? And then now ask yourself, how many times have you seen a friend do something crazy and insane and then also learned a lesson from it? So in a way, I'm kind of handing you my life experience and I'm allowing you to grow and learn from it. So you're welcome. Today, I'm going to tell you guys a story about how I got the most popular boy in school to ask me out on a date. Alright guys, so like I said, I got the most popular boy in school to ask me out on a date. Now, was I a cute girl? No, I had severe acne issues and I had no makeup skills at that point in my life. Not that I do now. I legitimately was not a catch, but there was something amazing that I did with a friend that, made this miracle happen. It all started in grade 9. Now, I was a new student in school at that time. I had some crazy issues at my old school with bullies and I ended up moving schools. This sounds so sad, but I did move schools because I was having some bullying issues. I was a new kid at a school and I ended up meeting my absolute soulmate. So I think, it was just meant to be that I was bullied. So I met my soulmate. She was incredible. She was just one of those girls who you could seriously say anything and she'd be down for it. She'd be excited. She was just always positive and always wanted to, make our day exciting no matter what we were doing. So I guess I'll start with the day that I met him. This incredible, incredible guy. I cannot tell you, I think this is the closest I ever felt to love at that point in my life. Sort of. I was absolutely enamored with this guy. Obviously, it was just lust. It was just a physical attraction because he was really fine. But let me just paint you a picture. He was really fit because he was a skater guy. And he had this crazy wild hair. It was dirty blonde, and I'm really painting a picture. So hey to everyone who went to high school with me who's watching this and thinking, oh, I know who that is. If you want to paint a mental picture in your head of where we were, just picture the track in the Juno movie, because that's exactly where we were, because Juno was filmed at my high school. So if you see the track that Polly is running around in, various scenes or in the high school, that's where all of this took place. So if you just want some sort of reference, check out Juno and you can just imagine me in the hallways by the lockers, also in the track. So one day I was in the track and I was walking around with this girlfriend that I had made. We would just talk about the universe and crazy stories. And we were just walking around in circles, and then this group of guys came down and they were gonna play football. They had this football, they're passing it around to each other, and I see this guy and I legitimately thought he was a god. I was just oh my gosh, that guy is so cute. And then coincidentally, he drops his football and it rolls towards us. And I think, okay, obviously it's super sexy for a girl to throw a football, so I'm gonna pick it up and toss it to him, because that gets the dudes. So I toss him the football, he's like, thanks. And obviously I was floored because he was super fine. So I turned to my friend and I was like, oh my gosh, we have to get dates with these guys because they're super cute. And my friend was like, oh my god, that one's really cute. And they seemed to be really close because they were wrestling and doing boy stuff. So we decided it was gonna be our plan for the next little while until we, got some conversation going between us. So we, kind of danced around the track and tried to look all sexy and stuff and entice them, but they just didn't notice us because football is life. They were just not into us. So after a couple weeks of failed attempts to get their attention, dropping things in front of them, hoping they'll pick them up, brushing the hair back, eating phallic-shaped foods in front of them. Oh my gosh, that did not happen. I don't know where that came from. We tried to get their attention for a really long time and it was just not working. They could not see us. So we needed to get serious. So I went over to this girl's house and I'm not sure who came up with this plan, but one of us decided that we should leave a note on their locker, anonymously. So we'd sign it with our locker number and address it to the locker number that the guys had. And I know it sounds stalkerish that we knew their locker numbers, but our school wasn't that big. And yeah, we also all like shared lockers. So these two guys shared a locker, and then me and my friend shared a locker. I probably should have mentioned that before. Anyways, so we wrote on a Post-it note and said locker 6241 or whatever their locker number was. Whose locker is this? And then signed it with our locker number. And I remember it was just in between, you know, periods, and we put it on the locker, and my heart was racing the entire time. I was thinking, oh my God, this is legitimately gonna work. We're gonna get them to talk to us. And usually I'd be delusional and I would think it was gonna work, and it didn't because they were like oblivious to us, but I guess a note is kind of hard to ignore. When we finished that period, we went to our freaking locker, and the Post-it note was now on our locker, and they had responded, which was a miracle. So they were really enticed with the whole idea that we were like writing these anonymous notes, and it went on for like, I think a week, which feels like a century when you're in high school. So we're passing notes for like a week. It was super exciting. And then one day, one of the guys decides to take things up a notch, okay? He says, do you have MSN? Now, to people who grew up in the MSN generation, that was like pretty much some guy being like, yo, what's your snap? If you were adding somebody on MSN, that was like, damn, things are gonna get serious now. So we gave them our email addresses, and then we added each other to MSN, and then that night, I ended up talking with him, and then things clicked, and we ended up dating off and on. I go dating off and on. We go on like one date a year around the same time, and then he would dump me right after. What did I learn from this story? I learned that those wild friends who always have crazy ideas are the most fun people to hang out with. So find somebody who's daring and exciting, and just follow along with the ride, with the wave that they're causing. Guys, I've had a long day. The second thing that I learned is that high school boys will take you to movies like Kingdom of Heaven and not pay for your ticket. This was probably the most tame story time that I have. If you want to hear them escalate and go further, just like this video, and I'll know that you guys want to see more story times, and then we can all learn together, and you know. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos from me. You can just click on this link here, and I will see you guys next week. So, if she doesn't respond to you after the first kiss, run, man. Hit the road, Jack. And Bob and Steve and Bill and whoever you are, you need to hit the road.